The very thing that you're searching for is the very thing that you are. And the only thing stopping you is the judgment that you have for everything or anything that has happened in the past. Many of you are still holding on to people, calling them narcissists and getting mad at them and fighting and struggling. And listen, don't you understand all of that is a frequency? And as a result, all you attract more of is more of a life that matches that frequency. Your soul, not consciously, your soul's path created all of it to give you the exact lessons and experiences that your soul needed in order for you to get to the place where you awaken and choose. Choose what? Choose love over fear. This is the difference between victim energy and creator energy. Victim energy doesn't want to address any of this stuff. It bottles everything up. It holds on to this. Why do you think you get sick? Why do you think so many people are on prescription pills? Why do you think so many people get cancer? Because of this very reason right now. If you could learn to see the beauty in the darkness, if you could learn to see the beauty in the pain, if you could learn to see the beauty when everyone else sees what's wrong, that is when your life changes forever. That's when you awaken. People have walked out of this 3-day experience saying that it felt like a plant medicine ceremony without taking a single thing. They've called it life-changing, unreal, the most powerful weekend of their entire life. It's called Awaken Your Highest Self. And for the last 3 years, it's helped thousands of people finally deal with what they've been carrying for decades. The anxiety that they hide, the anger they never speak about, the constant feeling like something's off, but they don't know what. And this isn't about motivation. It's about finally feeling free in your body, your mind, your heart and soul, your life. So you can actually live as the version of yourself you were always meant to live as. And now we're doing it again, live, in person, one last time this year. Space is extremely limited. And once we fill the room, that's it. So if you've felt stuck, but you know there's more waiting for you, go to dannymorel.com/awaken right now or click the link in the show notes to register today. So what if I told you that everything that is happening in your life or has ever happened in your life is absolutely perfect? Now, most people resist this idea because people have been conditioned to judge, to compare, to separate life's happenings into good or bad. And yet the reality is that all of this is what actually keeps you stuck. That's what we're going to be talking about on this week's episode of The Higher Self, is helping you to shift the paradigm and to see how this conditioning is actually keeping you in attracting more of what you don't want, instead of allowing you to tap into your true power to attract what you do want in life. The problem is this. The problem is that we get stuck in the energy and frequency of judgment. Now, hang with me for a second. I say energy and frequency because, yes, your mind starts to judge things, right? It judges, from the very beginning, the mom and dad that you had, the way that they raised you, your upbringing, your childhood. Then it goes into judging the government, the president of choice, the political party that you don't like. Then it goes into judging people, their likes and dislikes, and what they do and they don't do. Then it goes into judging the partners that you had or you didn't have, or if you should have said something that could have changed it, or the person that ghosted you or didn't ghost you. And then you go into really judging like the person who broke your heart, and and then you go into, because of that judgment, in resisting all of it, resisting all of the lessons and all of the giftings and all of the perfection and absolutely all of it. Please listen to me. I've shared with you a lot of thoughts on this podcast, but there is nothing more powerful that I can share with you than this. This is your moment of awakening right now. And that is that the very resistance and the very judgment that you have and you've been holding on to when it comes to everything in your past, As a matter of fact, grab a pen and a piece of paper right now. Everything in your past, and as I'm speaking to you, it's already starting to come to you. It's already you're starting to remember it, right? Who is it? What is it? What thing? What outcome do you judge? Do you blame? Do you resist? Do you hold negative energy to? Pick 3 right now. Write it down. Come on, this is the higher self for a reason. This is why we call this the higher self. We ain't here to mess around. We ain't here to keep you in la victim land. It's time to change your life, right? So what is it? Who is it, right? Okay, and then write down what did they do to you? Or what happened? Or what you're so mad about? Or what you're holding on to? Come on, get it out. Get it out. Let yourself feel this. Let it come up. This takes courage, yeah? This is the difference between victim energy and creator energy. Victim energy doesn't want to address any of this stuff. It bottles everything up. It holds on to this. Why do you think you get sick? Why do you think so many people are on prescription pills? Why do you think so many people get cancer? Because of this very reason right now. I'm allowing you the space and the doorway. I'm giving you the access to liberation right now. Yeah? Okay, so now you pick the thing that you judge and the thing that you resist. Yeah. And now you picked why and what it did to you, whatever, right? Okay, now I want you to flip it. If you allow yourself, okay, what was the gift in it? Now pause for a second. I really want you to think about this because perfection doesn't mean pleasant. It doesn't mean that everything is going to feel good. It means that you received and experienced precisely what your soul needed to in order to get you to awaken. Do you get that? And the problem is, guys, and I'm telling you, I've seen people die like this, to never have the gift of understanding this beautiful truth that you get to choose and you get to reframe everything. And you can keep in the frequency of judgment and resistance and blame and right or wrong or up and down or negative and positive. Or you can come into the space that calls you forward in seeing the perfection in everything. I'm going to give you an example. And I all of our events, all of the work that we do, I like to share my personal life's examples so that you could feel free to allow yourself to look at your own life's examples, right? So my mom and dad divorced, and when they divorced, I moved to California with my mom and I became the man of the household. If you've been following me for any time, you know this story and you know how, all of what I experienced allowed me to become who I am today. My mom ended up dying of cancer. And when she died of cancer, it was my moment of awakening, where I saw the church and religion and basically everything here in the 3D world for what it was. And I wanted to know the truth. It's literally what drove me to discover the truth, which is literally what drove me to discover my true self, to remember who I really am, and to do the work that I now do today. But that divorce happened as a result of the fact that my mom and dad were never in alignment in love. They were both looking to escape their issues at the time. Neither of them were in their proper, aligned, healed, masculine and feminine energy. Heck, I don't even think anybody knew what that was back then, right? Because my father's father disowned him from the day he was born. And my mother's mom died when she was only 13 days old, which caused in my father a deep masculine wound and in my mother a deep feminine wound, which guess what carried on into me? The same exact woundings and energies. Can you see this? Ready to remember who you really are? Soul Sundays is a 3-hour journey. part sacred gathering, and part radical self-discovery, where you release the weight of old wounds, reconnect with your heart, and open yourself to the life that you are actually meant to live. You just need to be ready to breathe, feel, and expand. Join us this month. Come as you are, leave with a heart wide open, and you can pay whatever you can. Reserve your spot today at DannyMorel.com/Soul Sundays. Now, was any of it pleasant? Was the divorce pleasant? Was it hard? Was it difficult? Absolutely, all of that. And yet, I still had the free will to choose, just like you do today. I allowed myself to see the gift in it all. And the most beautiful gift is that I am here now in the present moment, doing the work that I do, in love with my wife. Heck, I don't even know if my daughter would have been born. None of today's life and existence would be here had it not been for the fact that my dad's dad disowned him from the day he was born, and my mom's mom passed away when she was just 13 days old. And as a result of allowing myself to see the perfection in it all, this is why I attract what I attract in my life. And what most of us do is we do the opposite. But you don't understand my story. I come from a divorced household, and like my dad was mean to me, and he was never around, and my mom never knew how to show me love, and then guess what happens? You keep attracting a life based off of that negative energy. Why? Please listen to me, please. Because you were never a victim to anything that has happened to you in your past. Your soul, not consciously, your soul's path created all of it to give you the exact lessons and experiences that your soul needed in order for you to get to the place where you awaken and choose. Choose what? Choose love over fear. Choose perfection over judgment. Choose to see the beauty in all of it. Because if you could learn to see the beauty in the darkness, if you could learn to see the beauty in the pain, if you could learn to see the beauty when everyone else sees what's wrong, that is when your life changes forever. That's when you awaken. That's when you start to remember that all there actually is love, is abundance, is peace, is joy. And if all that is what actually is, then guess what you actually are? That's right. Love, peace, joy, abundance. Everything that you search for. Do you get it? Literally, my beautiful brothers and sisters, the very thing that you're searching for is the very thing that you are. And the only thing stopping you is the judgment that you have for everything or anything that has happened in the past. So what is it time to do? Flip it. Go back to that page right now and thank them. Because I guarantee you, if it wasn't for whatever happened in your past, you wouldn't be the version of you today that is seeking this information now. The very information that could help you become the embodiment of the very thing that you choose to be in your life. So what do you get to do? You get to choose. And there is no right or wrong choice. And some of these choices take time. And this is what drives us to the healing journey. This is what drives us to awaken, is when you can finally get to a place. And I'm not talking about your mom, your dad, your uncle, your sister, your society, your neighborhood, your culture, your none of that shit. You. What do you want for your life? You want it all, don't you? I know you do. That's why you're here. That's why you watch the episode. That's why you listen. That's why you come to Awaken. That's why you participate in all this work. Because you want to uncover all of the gunk that is keeping you in, looking backwards when we could be looking forward. Or even better, looking at right now, looking at how beautiful life is right now. So what was the thing that you learned? What was the gift? What was the heck? Some of you guys, I know relationship is big. Many of you are still holding on to people, calling them narcissists and getting mad at them and fighting and struggling and arguing. Listen, don't you understand all of that is a frequency? And as a result, all you attract more of is more of a life that matches that frequency. Bless them. Send them love. You called them in for a reason. Maybe, just maybe, it was to show you real love. Because what's real love? Real love loves even in the midst of pain. This is what Jesus did when he was being crucified, by the way, right? Because we're so quick to know the scripture. That doesn't matter. That's knowledge, embodiment, becoming. Yeah, you can't tell me you know Jesus if you're holding on to the pain that your ex caused you. Why? Because he didn't hold on to the pain when they were killing him. What did he say? Forgive them. They know not what they do. That's embodiment. That's what you're after. You're after being that kind of a being, because when you are that kind of a being, there's no more manifestation or law of attraction. You simply are the energetic frequency and embodiment of the thing that you want to call into the world. You get it? Listen, I want to invite you, if you're ready to have the kind of spiritual, energetic experience that can help you heal from all of it and help you really, it's great to like listen to this, but you want to become this powerful so that nothing blocks you, so that there is no more fear, so that there is no more judgment, resistance. Join us Soul Sundays. It's the first Sunday of every month. Pay what you can so that there's nothing blocking you from joining us. Some people pay 50 cents. Some people pay $100. Just whatever feels right to you. Just go to DannyMorel.com/Soul Sundays. We're going to spend 3 full hours together going deep into all of this. And it's going to change your life forever. The link is in the notes. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Keep digging into everything that you wrote down. Keep looking at everything that you judge and keep flipping it and seeing the positive in everything. And remember, it takes courage, but you've got the courage within you to do it.